Alright guys, so if you work in the creative world, you know that our lives are always pretty messy, as in we always have messes everywhere. In this video, rather than making it all picked up and clean and looking pretty, I'm just going to show you the stuff that I use and have for production that's usually typically in a mess. Although I've become a lot more clean and organized, I still have a long ways to go. And so yeah, let's get started. You guys get to see my setup, my main environment for where I do most of my work, and yeah, let's jump right in. Alright, so the space that I'm in is kind of my main workspace slash living room space, kind of, depending on what I'm up to and what I'm doing. Here is my desk set up. You know, the back side of it, I've got a mini fridge there for my drinks. This is actually like a coffee table, but it kind of became my I don't know where to put it, but I need quick access to it table spot. That's a box from a project. Got my storage bin area, but then here's my desk. This is probably the space that I typically will keep the most clean. I've got all of my markers and highlighters and pens and stuff. I got my storage drawer, usually for just different office stuff. You see there's a post-it note in there, there's like stapler, pen stuff, and sometimes I just store my snacks in there. I've got my two lights here for when I do stuff sitting at my desk, as well as I use them as my reading lights when I'm reading to study different things. Right now I keep a phone tripod stand on my desk that I will be using for when I do like Instagram and TikTok live streams, hopefully soon here. I got a journal and a couple of notepads that I keep on my desk for quick, easy access. Like I have my personal journal here, different tasks that I know I need to get done, I'll write down in here to reference back to. And then this is kind of my study notebook that I use to, well, write down study notes. I've got two Bibles back here right now. Typically I only keep one on my desk, but I have two here for a project that I'm working on. You'll find out more about that at some point. Right now, I also have two keyboards on my desk. The back one I use for like gaming and regular operation stuff. It's not mine, I'm borrowing it right now, and I'm not a huge fan of it for typing. So then I have this Bluetooth keyboard that's made to mimic like a MacBook keyboard, and this is what I do what I'm using if I'm doing like a lot of writing. Got a nice little speaker set here right now. They sound pretty good. I like them. I use them for if I'm watching stuff, when I'm gaming, all of that. I have two LG gaming monitors. They're both 32-inch monitors. They both run at 240 hertz. Unfortunately, I cannot get them to perfectly sync in brightness, contrast, or color correcting, because one of them is a version 2 of the exact same model, and there's enough variation in the hardware I can't get them to perfectly sync up. For my microphone, if I'm recording professional audio stuff, I have an MXL 990. It's a cheaper microphone, but honestly it works really well. And with that, I have it hooked up to my audio box 96, my PreSonus audio box. I have my desktop computer here. I have it up on the desk for a couple of reasons. One, quick and easy access to everything. Two, because of this guy over here. He likes to walk underneath the desk, and I don't really want him hitting it. This is like a laser light, atmosphere light thing that I'll turn on in a little bit here to show you guys just kind of what it does. Originally for the purpose of seeing how Dexter, my puppy, would respond to it, and he took one good look at it. He's like, okay, whatever. And so now I just have a fancy light that responds to the music for the fun of it. Alright, so as you guys can see here, I run Microsoft Windows 11 Pro. Mostly out of necessity. Software-wise, I use a variety of different things, like Adobe Premiere Pro is my primary editor. I use OBS for streaming if I'm doing stuff on like YouTube. I just put in a new motherboard recently because previously my desktop decided it was gonna take a crap and not work, so now I have an H370 gigabyte motherboard. Because we didn't know if maybe the motherboard had just gone bad, and that's why my computer would just randomly shut down and crap out on us. Processor wise, I have an Intel Core i9 with a 3.6 gigahertz, 8 cores. At the time, it was one of the best CPUs that you could get. Right now, I am running 16 gigs of physical memory. I have an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 Super, 8 gigs, dedicated GPU memory. So for the most part, I can run most stuff like games at least high to almost max settings depending on the game, what engine it's built in, all those different variables. But then the other thing is it helps me with not having to worry about pre-rendering stuff when I'm working on projects, especially like doing editing work and all of that. It just makes things simpler when you have a stronger card. The other thing I want to show you about on my desk is I keep books that I am currently studying or reading on my desk. I do have this cool USB hub back here. It's not only USB powered, but if I need it to be able to hold something or handle something with a heavy charge, it also has a DC power cable to it, and also has a memory card reader set up in the front here. Headset wise, my primary headset that I use just about everywhere is my Sony headset here. It's wireless, or I can plug it in if I need to. Great sound quality overall. I love the bass sound on it, especially. I'm definitely a fan of heavy bass in music. And then this head, it's a Turtle Beach headset. This one I use primarily for just when I'm gaming with friends, because it does have a built-in microphone that pops out here, and when you pop it up, it automatically mutes for you. So, alright, so as you can see over here, we have this L-shaped couch. There's actually a pull-out option to make it like a bed. It's just broken right now. We got Dexter's dog bed, which he ironically likes on the floor. It was originally on the couch for him to be able to curl up on, but he likes it on the floor when he doesn't feel like laying on the couch. We have Dexter, my security dog slash companion, who pretty much is by my side nonstop if I'm home. Now going into a little bit of a messier place, because right now I'm going through organizing stuff. I have my Canon DSLR bag. I haven't pulled it out of to charge anything since storage, so it's just sitting there on the floor in a bag right now. I got this 32-inch Samsung monitor. It's not currently hooked up to anything, and right now I don't have a purpose for it because it does not have a high refresh rate. So with working on graphical and video projects or for gaming, it just doesn't work too well. I have this massive USB hub over here. Got an old Nintendo Switch Lite, so it doesn't hook up to a TV or anything. Over here, as you can see, I have a ton of bins, another whiteboard, boxes and stuff. This is all stuff that is either stored and already organized, or stuff that, like this bin, that I need to go through and organize. I just don't have space to put these somewhere in an environmentally safe area right now. I did recently make a new addition to the room. But recently I purchased and got set up a projector. And it's a cheap projector, but it actually works pretty well. The cool thing about this projector is it also has really good, not really good, but decent speakers built into it.
Reach up for the sky. Your